Hello, and welcome to HJK News, starring Gia DeCenzo, Lainey Appledorn, and me, Hannah Keller. Today we'll be talking about how great the Incas were and also what they invented and what their accomplishments were.
The Inca Empire lasted between AD 1438 to 1532. When the empire was destroyed by the colonizing Spaniards, the Incas were an advanced society, and there are many inventions credited to them.
One of their inventions was the calendar. It lasted for 12 months.
Each month had 3 weeks in it, and each week had 10 days in it.
They used special towers called time markers that told them when it was a new month. Sometimes they got off track a little, but when that happened, the Incas simply added a couple days until the tower was back on track.
The system resulted in a very accurate calendar.
Another invention they made were musical instruments.
They loved music and had many percussion instruments. The drum and flute were popular.
But the most popular were the bagpipes. They were a group of very carefully played single pipes that each made a different sound tied together in a row.
Hey, aren't those still played in the Andes Mountains today?
Indeed they are.
One of the most important inventions was the quipu. It was the only way of communication they had.
The quipu was a system of knotted cords used by the Incas that could store massive amounts of information that was important to their culture and civilization.
The colors of the cords, the way the cords were connected together, the relative placement of the cords, the spaces between the cords, the type of knots on the individual cords, and the relative placement of the knots were all a part of the logical recording.
We will be talking about freeze-drying right after this short commercial break.
Come buy a teddy bear today!
Only $9.99 plus $4.99 processing and handling.
Welcome back to HJK News.
Now about the freezing drying the Incas used.
Oh yeah, freeze drying was a method of food preservation. For example, they would leave potatoes outside at night and the low temperatures would freeze them. The next day the frozen water thawed and evaporated. They repeated this, and after a couple nights they were left with potato pulp called tuna.
Tuna could stay good for up to a year, and they would freeze dry beef using the same method. The beef tasted similar to beef jerky.
Some accomplishments to the success of the Incas were that their empire was one of the first to have roads, which made it easier for their messenger to deliver messages and for the messenger to not get lost.
Also, the Incas had walls of stone fit so tightly together not even a sheet of paper could fit in the cracks. These walls have impressed scientists from all over the world because today we can't make walls like those even with modern tools.
Technology was a big part of their success too. For example, terrace farming, a surplus of crops, and irrigation systems.
Alright, well that's all we have for today. I'll see you next time on HJK News.
Bye!